All right, the gold rush has kept going. The train is keeping on moving. Wow, extreme pricing going on right now, and you might be a little apprehensive. Let's talk about it. All right, guys, welcome back. Once again, my name is Britches, and in this video, guys, I want to talk to you about the gold rush. That's right, the flock to safety, which is the precious metal of gold. It's AU on the periodic table of elements. Yes. And the reason why I have some silver out here is because there is some silver lining to this story. Now, with that being said, guys, gold is on a rush. It's on a push. Lots of new people moving into the metal because they fear uncertainty in the economy. So it happens every single time there is a recession, every single time there is some type of economic turmoil. And it's very important to understand its history to make better decisions for the present. And that's what I want to convey to you today is to not just think about the now. You need to think about the future and what's going to happen in the future. Now, a lot of analysts predict $2,500, $3,000 gold an ounce. Now, that is very, very, whew, that's extreme. I hope it does not come to that. Me, myself, I feel that I need to get more of the yellow metal because it's the ultimate store of wealth. It is a tier one classified as money, real money, guys. This is the good stuff. Now, excuse me, gold is on a mission. It's been moving drastically this year. It's up 32% from last year, which was, I want to say, I can't remember. I will put that graph right here so you guys can see it. I want to say it was 18% from the last year. And it's only had really 4 down years in the last 14, 15 years. That's pretty good, man. That's a pretty good way to store your wealth. And a lot of people who talk about silver is that it keeps up with inflation. Well, guys, gold, it smokes it. It blows past inflation, okay? So it is the ultimate store of wealth. Gold, for me, is just a much better way to store your wealth. It really is. You just can't beat it, man. It's beautiful to hold. It's portable, and it's not really cheap, but I've said this before. Gold has been expensive for a long time, right? Ever since I can remember, gold's been expensive. Now, 10 years ago, and I've said this before, 10 years ago, gold was too expensive. It's too expensive now. Where's it going to be in 10 years? It's just food for thought. So I'm not trying to pump it. I'm not trying to tell you guys that you need to go out and buy $2,000 gold. That's not the purpose of this video. The purpose of this video is to talk about the people who are rushing in and buying the heck out of it. Now, I'm guilty myself. Most of the gold that I have in front of you, I bought this year. And the reason why I did so is because last year, when I first got into stacking, I really did not have a whole bunch of precious metals put aside. I was mainly a coin collector. So I've been around things like mintages and things like that, coin values and whatnot my whole life. I got into it as at an early age, and I continued into my adulthood. Now, the reason why I moved to stacking is because it just makes more sense to maintain your wealth. Instead of in just one coin, you can have multiple ounces just like this right here. And I do believe in diversifying. Now, silver was easy for me to get into. It was cheaper, it was cost effective, and it was on sale. Right now, it's no longer on sale. Okay, and the same thing for gold. It's not on sale. Buying gold at all-time highs, it's risky. It really is. And you need to think about it before you make that purchase. You need to make sure that it's not going to affect you in the long run. Now, me personally, I have 20, 25 plus years to go before retirement. So it's not really too much of a risk for me. Okay. But you guys, okay, depending on where you are in your careers, where you are in your budget, and where you are in your life, depends on how you should stack it, how you should buy it. And that's the message that I want to get across to you today, is not just to do what a lot of people are saying, not to do what a lot of pumpers are saying, and they're telling you get in, you're gonna miss it, you're gonna miss, the buzz. Okay, you're missing out. Don't fall for that stuff, guys. They want you to get in it, and they want you to exceed the price. Okay, they want it to go up. They're heavily invested in it themselves, so they're going to benefit tremendously if it does skyrocket. And that's what you need to think about whenever you are getting into this stuff. You need to be of sound mind and not in FOMO, fear of missing out. A lot of people are in FOMO right now, and myself included. I have to reel myself in. And I think what I'm going to do going forward is, instead of buying full ounces like the Buffaloes right here or the American Gold Eagles, I'm going to stick to like my fractional, like the 1/10 right here, the 1/10 ounce Gold Eagle. It's not that much of a risk. They're very pricey right now, though. The premiums on them are extremely high, if you can find them. Look, fortunate for me, I have an LCS where he has a lot of foot traffic, so he's always got inventory in there. So that's not an issue for me as far as finding it. Now, your quarter ounce and your half ounce, I have a hard time finding those. Those get scooped up immediately. They're never in stock, ever, as far as my LCS goes. I can find them online, but the premiums are really, really high online. So I try to stay away from that, buying online if I can, because it's just extremely expensive, and it's just more effective for me because I have a good LCS. He has great deals, and a lot of people aren't fortunate enough to have that. You know what I mean? They just don't have, ones in their area, because it's kind of like a thing that's, I wouldn't say it's going away, but it's not as interesting to people anymore, because you have really no use for gold and silver outside of storing your wealth, at least the bullion form. You know what I mean? And it's catching fire, man. A lot of people are moving in. A lot of people are getting into precious metals right now for the first time, and they're at very high risk of being taken advantage of. Now, the chart that I showed earlier is going to show you what gold has done this year. 32%, right? That's a very good jump. Now, is it in a bubble? That's something that we all need to ask, something we all need to figure out. I mean, is it in that bubble? What's the price range? What's the max? How much before it begins to drop? And the things that you need to watch out for is, you need to watch out for the recovery of the economy. That's usually whenever the price of gold is going to drop. Okay, that's whenever things get back to normal eventually, guys, and they will. They always do. I know a lot of people are all 100% doom and gloom. I try not to be that way, man. I want to be positive, and I want to have a half glass full mentality. Now, this is the country that I live in, United States. I feel, we're going to get through this. We're going to pull through. But it is very tumultuous times right now. You got 40 million people out of work. Benefits have been lost. I think that if they don't do something, you're going to have some very, very negative issues happen with the big banks, just like last time, the 2008 financial crisis. That was a strain on the banks due to foreclosures and things like that, and it was also due to their mismanagement of providing loans. And that is something that could happen again. Very, very, very possible. So if something does not change, you could see another huge increase as far as your silver and gold goes. But if the economy turns around somehow magically, and a lot of people don't believe that, but if it somehow turns around and things get back to normal, guys, the price of gold is going to drop. It really is. The price of silver is going to drop. So you need to find your happy medium. You know what I mean? You need to find that place where you're going to feel more comfortable. And that's what this video is about. I hope I helped you in some way, shape, or form. And let me know in the comments what you guys are doing. Are you still buying precious metals? Are you just holding, waiting, trying to figure out where things are going to go before you decide to jump in? Let me know down in the comments section below, guys, what you think. Don't forget, guys, keep grinding on your stack.